All right. So the problem I want to look at today is going to help us kind of get into the idea of rates, which we're going to be working with over the next week. But the question I have is, let's say that I have this baby pool, or this pool in general, and this pump over here doesn't work. So I ordered this pump. Now this pool is full, and I want to use this pump to pump all the water out. How long is it going to take? So there's a couple things that we need to know before we can go forward, right? We need to know how much water is in there, right? So to go about finding out how much water is in this pool, we need to know some dimensions. And we know it's 117 inches deep, 60 inches wide, and 22 inches high. So it looks like it's 117 inches by 60 inches by 22 inches. So this would be the 117, right? Looks like. And then it looks like this would be the 60 inches, and then it's probably 22 inches deep. So let's figure out how much water is in this pool. Well, to figure that out, we're going to need to know what the volume is of this pool. So to find the volume of the pool, it's going to be 117 inches times 60 inches times 22 inches. And we're going to multiply those up. Why don't you do this with me? Let's see what we get. I get a pretty large number, 154,440. Now my question to you is, what would the unit be? Since I multiplied inches by inches by inches, it's kind of like when we multiply x times x times x, that would give us x to the third power. When we multiply inches by inches by inches, we're going to go from a one-dimensional measurement to another two-dimensional measurement, and then this is actually volume is going to give us inches cubed. That is a three-dimensional measurement. Now, so there's 154,440 inches cubed worth of water in that. So like if I think about it, like if I had little cubes of water. But that's not typically how we think about water. We think about it in terms of gallons. So it would be very, very, very helpful if we had a unit to help us equate measurements into gallons. Well, this would probably be provided to you on any sort of test or quiz, but in doing a little bit of looking, I can see that 1 cubic foot is equal to 7.48 gallons. Now, that's a little different than what I have. I've got inches cubed. So what I'm going to need to do now is I'm going to need to convert my inches cubed into feet cubed. There's one thing that we need to remember though. I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot, but when it comes time to actually convert inches cubed, we have to remember that there are 3 of those units of inches there. So I'm going to set up my conversion factor, and I'm going to say, okay, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. And again, we put inches on the bottom and feet on top. But if I cancel this, I'm only able to cancel one of these. So I actually need to represent this conversion factor 3 times, because I need to get all the way to feet cubed. This is a really common mistake with these types of problems. People not multiplying to get to the dimension that we want. So if we can see what happens here is, okay, inches cancel, 1, 2, 3 inches cancel with our cubic inches. So then 154,444 times 1 times 1 times 1. Oh, sorry, there should be a 0 at the end. I missed that. Okay. So 154440. I have too many 4s. So 154440 times 1 times 1 times 1 just gives us 154440. And then feet times feet times feet is going to give us our unit of feet cubed. Over 12 times 12 times 12 gives us 1,728. So when we move this over to feet cubed, 154440 divided by 1728 gives me 89.375 cubic feet. Now we need to convert that to gallons. So 89.375 cubic feet. And we know that in 1 cubic foot, there is 7.48 gallons. The feet cubed are going to cancel. We're going to multiply the 89.375 by 7.48 gallons. And I get 668 I'll round this, 5 gallons. And I'm just going to make a note here that we rounded this. We always want to let our reader know that we rounded this. Okay, so we know that there's a lot of water in there, 668.5 gallons. When I look at my pump, it tells me that my pump works at, I see this rate right here again. And this rate tells me that it's 240 L per H. So that would be 240 liters per 1 hour. But wait, I'm over here in gallons. So I probably need to know how many gallons, the relationship between gallons and liters. Well, I know that in 1 gallon equals 3.79 approximately liters. Again, on a test question, this would be provided for you. But if I have 668.5 gallons, let's convert that over to liters. Well, we're going to put gallons on the bottom, right? And we know there are 3.79 liters, right? And that would give us, again, our gallons are going to cancel. 668.5 times 3.79, 2,533.615 liters in that pool. We might have been able to do this problem differently and convert to liters earlier if we would have recognized that, but we didn't. So this is where we are. So I think we're almost done, but we have 25,000 or 2,533.615 liters. And I know my pump pumps at 240 liters per 1 hour. Now, one thing I want to do here, though, is I actually want to flip that fraction, right? I want to put the liters on the bottom because I want a unit of time on top. This is one of those cases where we can interchange those units. And we can see our liters are going to cancel. And we're going to have just the 2,533.615 on top. And we're going to have the 240 on the bottom. And our unit's going to be hours. So I'm going to follow through that math, and I get 10 point, I'll round this, 6 hours. So we converted. We found our volume of our pool. We converted it from inches cubed into feet cubed. Then from feet cubed into gallons. We could have probably gone to liters there and saved ourselves some time. Then we went from gallons to liters, and we used our pump's rate to figure out to go from liters to hours. Takes a while, but I think we can get there.